So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I would say this guy, Ronald Araujo. You have a real defender's defender in him, Peter. And he may not be the best with the ball at his feet, but he's very disciplined, he's quick, he's strong. When strikers get a kick out of scoring a goal, he gets a kick out of making a good tackle. That's what he loves, defending. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Looking here to chip it through. And it's Azar. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Thuram. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Yaya Toure. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Thuram. Bissouma has a look and plays it forward. Now this could be a chance. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Great vision. Rashford. Thuram. Oh, important interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Rashford. He's picked his nose for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Al Sadd really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
No, that's been intercepted. Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Manchester United, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's well spotted. Bullet tries to pass it through. Bullet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Snyder. And he's picked it up out wide. Lovely feet. Yaya Toure. And he's forced to go back. That's Thuram. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pull it. Crosses it. Rummenigge! Saliba gets it away.
Snyder really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's having a hit! Oh, crossbar! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Toure cuts a frustrated figure right now. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Bissouma did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely weighted ball. Flashes in a diving header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has sent him sprawling. Rashford finds himself offside. Gullit can be a real threat inside the box. And it's Gullit. It's a threatening ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Yaya Toure.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Impressive jump! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There will
It's
be
an
1
imaginative
minute at
pass.
a time.
Now it's Hazard. Yaya Toure. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Manchester United just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Manchester United just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So off we go again. Manchester United leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Stam. And here's Ibrahimovic. Knocks it out wide. Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto. Terrific effort! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that was very necessary. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos proves just a little bit too strong. Rashford. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rashford is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Now that looks a decent ball. He slings it in. And that has been knocked clear. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's Sneijder. And that's another good win of the ball. Hazard. Manchester United are still that goal to the good. Gullit. Rashford. Now it's Thuram.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. That has been cut short. Sneijder. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Rummenigge. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's been shifted off it. Azar. That's good running with the ball. And that's really well manoeuvred. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's well positioned here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Opts for safety. And he goes cross-field. Roberto Carlos. Pull it. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Yaya Toure. And it's Thuram looking to play him in. Skims one in. That's a decent clearance. Look at... And he shoots! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And he's done it again, he's got his second.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 24.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 15.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Number 19.
Looking for the run.
Number 22.
Aubameyang was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aubameyang. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, he's bustling through here. Thuram deals with that comfortably. And here's Rashford. Aimed beyond the defence. Rummenigge. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball has bounced loose now. Araujo defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Gravenberg. It's a pretty loose pass. Knocks it into... And Aubameyang! Magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Nesta.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Al-Sadd give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
And here's the chance to counter. So that's it. It is all over. Manchester United have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. The end of the game. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, someone who's really impressed me is Fabinho, with the way he's been able to expand his repertoire. I believe it's down to an improvement in decision-making, and now there's a lovely simplicity to all he does.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get on the end of this? Vitinha has it out wide and in space. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Vitinha. Roberto Carlos. And this is Hullet. Hullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's cut it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Del Piero. And he's quick to return it. It's a threatening ball. Eto'o! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Indonesia yet to have an attempt on goal. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Rummenigge. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Rummenigge was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Yaya Toure. Now that looks a decent ball. Played with finesse. Thiago, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Nesta looks to the other side.
Well spotted.
He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, it's come to nothing. Zola is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they're very right to be.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Here it is, crossed in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Strokes it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
That is lovely. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Vitinha. Space for him to turn and look. Zola.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's found some space. Oh no, this does not look good. Forced to go back. He's going to be disappointed with that. Rummenigge. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And that pass just didn't quite work. Eto'o is onto it in a flash. Zola is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Pinches it off him. So what can they make of this? Schneider looking for options for movement. And the ball's come loose here. And it's Yaya Toure. Thiago has given away a free kick. Vitinha. Roberto Carlos providing an outlet. Getting up there! It's hit the crossbar. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And it's half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Indonesia really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Back on the way then.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Rafael Varane proves too strong, too smart. And it's Thiago. And he's in on goal! Schneider. Vitinha can see things others simply cannot. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, that's fabulous. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Cleared away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Stam. Thiago to Jordi Alba.
La asistencia a este partido
That'll be a throw.
tiene 96.847 espectadores.
Nice bit of trickery. Now here's the delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Fabinho is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's Azar! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Divisi have the chance to go the other way.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Thiago! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's having a shot! Again, a brilliant save.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
El dorsal 18. Eto'o.
Completely!
El dorsal 2.
Boom, header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 7.
Wan-Bissaka
Cambio de jugadores.
looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Zola, and he shoots! It's a goal! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 25.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Busquets. Hazard. Now it's Thiago. Leicester calmly anticipates.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. This ended up in no man's land. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Roberto Carlos. Hazard is in a really good position out wide. Varane deals with that comfortably. Oh, easy pickings there. Messi. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That's an imaginative pass. Saviola stood his ground strongly. Thiago in a... Hazard! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back. That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
There is some
6.
activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot.
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Shapes to shoot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Yaya Toure.
Habrá 4
He's
minutos
looking
de
wide.
descuento.
That's going across. Oh, good effort! Oh, good finish! We thought they were done, but never say never! Certain, searing, and imperious.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And that's it. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's Iniesta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Iniesta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, nice touch. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And this is Messi. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Zanetti. Vitinha. And it's Sneijder. And he skips past his man. Oh, that's neat. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vitinha did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Nicely aimed pass. Pepe. First quarter of an hour gone. And this is Ibrahimovic. Indonesia yet to have an attempt on goal. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Vitinha. Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. And it's Neymar. He's a sharp little ball.
That's
here.
good play from him.
And this is Messi. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos. To Thuram. Sneijder. Oh, that is a nice touch. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Iniesta. And here's Mbappe. Well, they can break here. Yaya Toure. And it's Vitinha. Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Vitinha. And it's Yaya Toure. Xabi Alonso producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Hullet. Decent chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
No, he's not getting past him there. Roberto Carlos has been caught there, it's a foul. Iniesta gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's having a go! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Hangs in a cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Neymar. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Vitinha conjures time and space where few can. Ibrahimovic. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's good running with the ball. Look at the space here. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. That's the throw. And here's Maldini. And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe. Is there any support? He might not need it. And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side yet off the mark.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Indonesia, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And here's Vitinha. And that's another throw. Yaya Toure. Collar. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Iniesta. And it's Messi. Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure. Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Barcelona has the chance to go the other way.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Messi. And it's Iniesta. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Schneider, and here's Hullet. No, that's been intercepted. And still, we await the first breakthrough. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vitinha. Very nicely done. And that is a little undercooked. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he's managed to get free. Messi. Nice control. Zanetti. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Tries to play it through. And it's made its way to him. Now it's Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Schneider proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And it's Yaya Toure. De Jong. Pepe is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Nice looking ball. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nice defending, it's got the job done. That is ended up in no man's land. That's really well manoeuvred. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Iniesta. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Up towards the front line. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. The final 5 minutes. And here's Iniesta. Oh, that is a... He's had a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Barcelona look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question. How long is there left, including stoppages?
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes.
Zanetti.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Collar. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? That is some save from Khan. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
There's the header! Denied by an instinct. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Stam completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
De Bruyne.
Timber.
That's a good foray he's making. He's got away. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's had it taken off him. Azar. And it's Roberto Carlos. Azar. Indonesia are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. De Bruyne charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now it's Ødegaard. Azar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos, cross to the back post. Saliba is there, and he can get that clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's De Bruyne. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, important interception.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Mosquera.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's worked it through. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Deftly away. Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Saliba. Mosquera. Ødegaard. Makalele did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Schneider finding himself in space. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Azar. And this is Ronaldo. Space for him to turn and look. He leaps for it. Bojan for De Bruyne. Silvestre. Hazard. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Impressive jump! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Hazard. Hazard is having a shot! He's scored! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Towering header! It's anyone's ball now. It is a corner. Indonesia with the corner, there first. Oh, good effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Well, they've got it again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Boyan. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Bojan Kirkic is offering a wry smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. That's Rijkaard. Just eases him off the ball. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Indonesia leading by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Indonesia just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. So off we go again. Indonesia currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Ødegaard. And that's another good win of the ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Saliba. And it's Ibrahimovic. Spread out to the left. Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through. And needless to say, that deserved better.
Ibrahimovic deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Played out to the left flank. Played into the box.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone.
Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Now the delivery.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Indonesia are looking to go forward now. And this is Schneider. Makalele. Can he get on the end of this? Spread it left. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And he knocks it clear. De Bruyne wins the duel this time. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Cristiano Ronaldo needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Could move up a gear here. Schneider knocks it. Tries a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Silvesh.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Boyan. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Makaleli. Roberto Carlos. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Indonesia leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Timber. And they've switched it over to the other side. And it's Ødegaard. Now Ødegaard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, there's a probing ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Silvestre was in no mood for any of that. Ødegaard. Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's worked it through. Oh, that's well spotted. Ødegaard.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's De Bruyne. Nesta did well to stay calm there.
Oh, makes every duel look like a total mismatch.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hazard. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Substitution.
So we have movement on both benches. And it's Rijkaard. Indonesia still ahead by the game's only goal. And the finish! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't need...
And Messi! He doesn't look too happy with that. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and
There will
brawn.
be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, sweet feet. And he stands tall, impenetrable. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And it's Gullit. And here's Del Piero. Neymar. So that's it. It is all over. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Looking tidy in possession here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That was good alertness. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Lampard. And it's Hullet. Deco. Kaka. Lampard gets over and intercepts. Hullet. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Indonesia controlling the possession in this early phase. And it's Azar. Pirlo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff proves just a little bit too strong. And that has been cleared. That has not gone well.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Kaka. And he cuts out the supply. Lampard. Roberto Carlos. And that's a really bucket. He leaps for it! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. Point-blank header! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Lampard. And this is Hullet. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Thuram. Deco. Now it's Neymar. Lampard. Aimed beyond the defence. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's played it back. Nicely shaped ball. Azar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And the keeper's got it again. That's been cut out, well played. Cruyff, and Cruyff! Goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Persib Bandung have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be.
Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Pirlo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way. And this is Hullet. Deco, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Can he spark a counter here? That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get free. He's in a great position here.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Indonesia come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And it's Neymar. Knocks it into space. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, nicely intercepted. Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Looking to play him in. He's having a shot! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well,
and he shoots! Now there's a Deco!
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Threads one in. Stam is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Azar. Just about up to the hour now.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Roberto Carlos gets it. Oh, good effort! Goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the
towering header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Oh, it's Rijkaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got away. Pirlo getting this one clear. And it's Yaya Toure. Nicely weighted ball. And he's quick to get rid.
Substitution.
So, third quarter of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that looks a decent ball. Played in by Roberto Carlos. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Well, that's well spotted. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. He's had it taken off him. Lahm closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Carlos, and that was asking for too much.
Percy Bandung really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That'll be a throw.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 14, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Number 13, Hazard.
Now, can they get him
Coming
away?
on the field, number 15, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 21, Messi. Substitution in progress.
Pirlo. Oh, this is a very good run. And he's managed to get rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Baresi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, easy pickings there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Koller looking understandably energised after his goal. It's a pretty loose pass, but it's Thuram. Indonesia moments now away from seeing this one out. Oh, it's Seedorf, and that's been won straight back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
He's found the way through. Oh, it's played into the area.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Nesta gets across to intercept that. He's on it, can he get away? And this is Shevchenko. Mbappe. Oh, that was vital. Rummenigge. He's shifting through the gears here. And he can clear it away. And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Just a quick reminder
Lampard
today.
claiming the man.